Hey, I wanted to make a little public service announcement. You know, it has come to my attention that some of you out there are not wearing your mask. You know, I really believe that we all should, and you know, I'm one to lead by example. So I'm here to tell you, I wear my mask, and I think you should too. And I also wanted to thank you for all your support over on the new channel, Wailing Wires Old Music. Now coming up, Queen Dee Dee of Dee Dee Speed Shop fame. Well, that gal can sing, I'm here to tell you. Well, she and I are collaborating on an old song, and that'll be coming up here pretty soon. So that's about it. I just wanted to make sure that all of you wear your mask, please. I do believe my pants are on fire. Looks like my chair's on fire. I believe my table's on fire. Oops! Hey, welcome to RATZ. My name's Wailing Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Okay, we've not gotten very far this week. I haven't had any shop time this week, except for last night. I came out here for a couple hours last night, and what I did get done is I got a cross member built and inserted and installed. I also built a little mount that, you can't see it, but it holds the transmission in place. It's sitting on a transmission mount, cross member, but it's got a little mount on one side that bolts up to it so it can't slide from side to side. Instead of bolting up from the bottom where most of them do, that bolts to the side, so I just had to make a little bracket, and that's fun stuff anyway. But what happened was, in order to get the hind end down low enough on that transmission to line up with my pinion back there, in order to make the driveline function so it wouldn't be too far, you know, too far out of reach and have to bend too far. It's within the limits now, but in order to do that, I had to drop that engine down. I just had to, and I didn't want to, but that oil pan, that sump, it's got a real deep sump on it, and I had to drop it down a little bit below the frame rails. I did not want to do that. I'm telling you, I didn't want to do it, folks, but I was forced to. So I had to put a cross member in front of that sump so that if I drag anywhere, it'll drag on that cross member and not the bottom of that oil pan. Now, if that don't work out, well, then we'll go to a, what do they call that? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't use a sump. It's a different oiling system. It's got a remote reservoir that it pumps oil from instead of, what do they call that? I can't think of it right now. So anyway, got that done, and tonight I'm hoping to get this frame painted. I just need to get it done, and so I can move on to some other things, but it's already starting to rust up, and I got to knock that down and slap some paint on it. And I've got brand new shocks to go all the way around and new brake lines to go all the way around. You know, the rubber hoses, I guess I should say. Oh, well, that one's gone. That one over there is gone too. I already took them off because I know I was going to replace them all. But yeah, I think that's the challenge for this evening, is to get this frame cleaned up and painted up. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how far I get. You won't be much video, because when I'm out here in the shop, I've just about got to crank up some ZZ Top or Kentucky Headhunters or something like that, you know. Get you motivated, get you moving. All right, I'll be back in a little while.
Well, I'm walking down the road with my hat on my head, had to leave my mama in that big brass bed. Well, the sun's shining on me, and you know it sure feels fine. I made it to the station with my suitcase in my hand, I walked to the window like a natural born man. Said, I sure do hope that choo-choo train runs on time. Well, I sure do hope that choo-choo train runs on time. Well, I'm going where the cold, cold wind don't blow, and the streams and rivers, Lord, they all run slow. And I see no reason for crying over what we had. Well, these $2 shoes, Lord, they hurt my feet, but that 50-cent liquor, well, it could not be beat. And I see no reason for crying over what we had. Well, I see no reason for crying over what we had.
Well, let's do a little walk around. I think the frame's painted. Oh, I'm sure in the daylight I'll find some little places I missed. But I don't know why I bought a gallon of that paint, because it just took about a little over a pint. Oh well. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's all covered pretty good. I'm gonna hit those rear springs back there with a little bit of spray paint, but I'm out of flat black. They're not all greasy or anything. They just got a little rust on them, but I'll hit them with a wire brush maybe and take care of that. And down the road I'll probably slap a little paint on that engine, but man, I didn't want to get started on that before I got it installed. If it was over there on the stand and I started painting on that, I know me, and my OCD would kick in and I'd still be painting on it. I'd be detailing that thing with a toothpick, and I just didn't want to go down that road. It's a rat rod. And we're not up for the Riddler Award or anything. We're up for the It's Good Enough for Whalen Award, and I'll probably take that one. Probably go home with that award. So, yeah, I'll hit those springs over there. They just need to be brushed off, have the dirt brushed off of them, but they're not greasy or anything. Now, that's not to say I didn't paint over some grease here and there. I'm sure I did, but my theory on that, if it's greasy, it ain't going to rust anyway, is it? Okay. Let's see, what time is it? It is... Oh, it's only 9 o'clock. Man. I guess it's lunch break. I only got about 3 hours to go. Now, I don't know. I may, I'm clicking along pretty good. I may go ahead and try and get those shocks on. Boy, I don't like painting. I just really don't care for it. It's just so time consuming, but I think it looks pretty good. I kind of like the flat black. I wanted the frame flat because I just didn't want to take away from the shine at all of that cab. I really like it bright and shiny as it is, and I just didn't want glossy paint on that old frame. So yeah, I think it's good enough for who it's for. I probably better let that paint dry a little bit before I start on those shocks, or I'll have that stuff all over me. I'll probably do anyway. Alright, we'll see what happens. Oh, hey, check this out. Talk about some archy ingenuity. Right there you have it. That's my new GoPro clamp, man. About $1.50 for that clamp at Harbor Freight, if that much. I bet it's $2 or less. And one bolt. And there you got your high-class GoPro mount. Works real good. Oh, okay. Next. Oh, another thing I got happening is the Dojelac. Got it brought in here because, well, first of all, don't have any anti-froze in it. And second of all, it wouldn't start. It's been starting all summer. I'll go back there and fire it up. But I've got either a loose wire on the starter or bad solenoid. Guy up here the other day working on a snowplow. He was banging around on it. He said probably bad solenoid. So I got to clean it up and jack it up and get under there. And now'd be a good time to have 2 lifts, wouldn't it? I never had even thought about that. Never even crossed my mind until a guy commented on a YouTube video the other day. He said, yeah, you could use a couple of lifts. Well, you know what? He's right. But I don't know. I'll probably get by with this one. Anyway, that's what's going on with that. I usually run it in here and keep it inside in the wintertime anyway. But it's awfully dirty. I'm embarrassed at how dirty it is. So I've got to give it some love. I'm going to lay off of this thing for a little bit, a couple days, and get back on my baby over here. But it'll happen. Oh no! I got some paint on me. I knew I should let this dry. I got my ear too, back here. Oh. I'll have it all over me before I'm done. Yeah, I can't get on that one. Maybe it'll break. Bah! Bah! Well, somebody didn't want that to come off. It's turning. Okay. I'm gonna do something else. Well, there's always more than one way to skin a little kitty cat, ain't there? Fight me all the way. That's alright. I like a good battle now and then. Give me your best shot. Well, they went and ran that. Instead of putting it around here, they put it through the eye. So now I'm gonna have to fight with it. Oh well, there it goes. Oh, that's not going to fit anyway. I'm going to have to cut. I'm going to have to modify this. Cut that off there. Okay. We can do that, I guess. Well, rats with tails that long. Doggone it, darn how. This camera has failed me again. I lost, what, Josh? You got groceries, man? Go on, tend to your rat killing. I lost about the last 45 minutes of footage. Not that I would have used all that, I might have gleaned 10 minutes out of it. But, well, I got the, I got the shocks mounted. This camera is giving me fits. You know, it failed me here a while back. It just did not process and save the video. And I thought I had solved the problem with a new SD card, but apparently that weren't the case. So, yeah, I didn't want to buy a new camera right now. I was going to take that money I got from that cab and buy a couple new tires for the front of this thing. But, you know, I'm not going to be driving this thing until spring anyway. So, I guess I'll take that money and buy a camera. I'm not going to get all distraught about it. I got my little GoPro, you know, but if you take them out of the case, well, in the case, the audio is horrible. You know, it's just real muted, muffled and muted. If you take it out of the case, then there's chance of doing damage, you know, because they're kind of delicate, kind of like me, you know. So I guess it just is what it is. Yeah, you know, this Rat Rod Bob, he found that out. He found out this YouTubing thing. It's not real cheap, you know. It takes a little bit of money to operate, but that's okay. It's my hobby. I like it. I like doing it. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens here, but we'll see if this video saves. That's what we're going to see. The one I'm doing right now. I hope it will. And anyway, you know the deal, guys. Until next time, I appreciate you.